Evening all. Hopefully you can all hear and see me. I think it's a bit blurry on my end tonight, but I know the other guys there quite clear. We've just done a little comms check. Um, I know they've been having a bit of a look through the comments there, and I'll catch up on them as well. Just quickly, we're just going to mention how tonight's going to sort of run. I've got Roachy, Wixie, Mark, Brad there. I'm going to bring them in one at a time, just so they can each say their hellos, because with five of us on, it can get a bit hard, and with a few internet delays, we start talking over top of each other. So I'm going to bring on one at a time, and then say their hellos. We're going to have a group chat for a few minutes. Then we do have a few little announcements or talking about things that some people might have missed just about the camp next year. And then we're going to do a bit of a prize giveaway. And after that, I'm going to bring one of them on one at a time so they can just talk about their year, and they might be able to have a bit more of a personal chat with people in the comments. And when we're done with that, we'll bring everyone back on together and we'll have a final chin wag and farewells. All right, so I'm going to bring in Wixie first. Hey, Wixie.
Hey, Lenny, how you going? G'day, everyone.
Just maybe when we bring each person on, just do a thumbs up if you can, or say in the comments whether you can hear and see those people all right as well. Was going to bring in Mark next.
Good evening. How are we all? Merry Christmas.
Made sure I brought you in when you're sitting down, not standing up.
Oh, come on.
All right, and we'll bring in Roachy now.
G'day,
hey, Roachy.
How's it all going? Hey, how's it going?
Good, mate.
Awesome.
Yeah, good.
And the Mr. Digress, here he comes. Brad, how are you going?
Rabbit Hole Howell.
Good evening, all. How are we? Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you.
This is my first beer in about 7 days, I reckon.
You're starting to sound a bit better today.
Yeah, getting there slowly. At least you got a diagnosis anyway, so that's all right.
What was it?
Yeah.
Lack of beer syndrome, he called it.
Yeah, I agree.
I've never had that affliction. Sorry.
Good
I've been holding.
Good day, everyone.
Yeah, we've got heaps of people. There's still quite a few coming on. I've been holding off the alcohol a bit lately just because I know what's coming around the corner. My liver's thinking, oh, this is great. And I'm like, mate, you've got no idea what's about to hit you.
Hey, there's livers on Temu. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'll order an extra large and it'll be this tiny little liver. I was like, mate, that's not going to do. I think we've got a lot of the usuals on there.
Yeah. Ed's on there. G'day, Ed.
Yeah. So just also to let everyone know, each one of these guys, they're logged in on YouTube. So if you want to talk to them directly or ask them a question directly, just tag them in it. I'm on the Camping with Mates one at the moment. So probably to get my attention, you probably need to tag me in that. But I do read the comments. It's only if it's something really important, the question you want to ask, if you tag in that. I'm sure the other boys will see it too.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just explain a little bit about what we're going to do tonight, and we might as well just have a little chat now, just while there's also a few people still coming on saying hello to everyone, each other in the chat, which is awesome. That's what it's all about. That's part of the reason we wanted to do tonight's live feed. It's just I know there's a lot of Christmas live feeds coming up, but it's good to do one just for the community of the Camping with Mates, just so people can get on there and have a chat with each other as well. It's always been one of my highlights of a live feed. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a chat just about the camping, the camp out next year, and some of this that we did just speak about the other day. But we know that some people couldn't make the other day because they couldn't work out there's a time difference between Queensland and the rest of the country. So we might pass over to Wixie, and he's just going to have a quick chat about the food.
Yeah, just in case anyone's missed it, just a quick catch up. The pizza man's been secured for the Friday night, so the wood-fired Italian pizzas. So the deposit paid, he'll be there at 6:30, ready to start serving about 2:45, 7 o'clock. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Be a good time to get everyone together at the start of the event, catch up with old friends and all the new people that have joined the community. So yeah, it'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Bit of the merch is getting worn tonight, what you can see by the fellas. So we've got the black shirts on tonight. Yeah, and the Pilbara work shirts. There's a few of them starting to get it out there to a couple of organisers, and yeah, in the new year we'll have those out for a bit more for people to see, and then we'll get the pre-sale going for everyone to start putting their orders in.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people are going to be asking about the payment, how much it's going to cost and the payment for the pizza and the merchandise. That's going to be all announced early next year, mainly because it's still actually quite a time before the camp out, but also sometimes places change their prices slightly in the new year. So we didn't want to put out a price and then it slightly, even though it's only going to be a slight increase, we just want to make sure what we put out is accurate. But that will be, it'll be early in the new year that we do all that. We've already got the account set up. All the whatever the cost is that you pay, that's the cost. There's no money going elsewhere. So it will be, I think all the prices we've got are really reasonable, especially considering prices have gone up so much in the last few years. And what we're getting is quality as well. The pizza's quality. We're going for we had two options. There was like your standard and then your gourmet. We went for the more gourmet one, and it's still at a really good price. But that will be confirmed early next year. And when we do the merchandise rollout, it's going to have a decent window there for people to get in as well. And even if you're not coming next year to the camp out or you're not sure, you're more than welcome to obviously get some of that merch for yourself, because we're going to get rid of the 2025 on there, and it's just going to be for whenever. So if you're camping, going with a couple of mates, and you just want to go camping, you could wear it. We've got Jason Muller. I think he organised a dinner, Rochi, or was it lunch or dinner?
Lunch. It'll be a lunch on the 19th of January. It's a Sunday down at Wallsend at one of the clubs down there. So 19th of January, lock it in.
Yeah. So even though we won't have the shirts by then, but in future, things like that, you could wear that there. Guys the other day went in Newcastle. Was it Newcastle? They went out to some trivia. So bit like a club shirt. So
Charlestown,
it's not just for the camp out. Yeah, Charlestown, you're right. They got second. Yeah. Oh, Phil's mum's turns 92 today.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Phil's mum.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Damiano.
What are you cooking for, Phil? And if so, what are you having for a birthday dinner?
He's got the winter well going. Surely.
Oh, I would think it'd be very hot up there and humid doing that at the moment.
Maybe lasagna.
Yeah. I had the aircon on before. I got an old rattle box, and I had to turn it off because it's too noisy. Even my fan, I think, is too noisy. And I'm like, ooh, no insulation in the house. It's already starting to feel it again, even though the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Hey,
So Jamie
isn't it
Fulton
nice
made a
to
comment
finally-
on the 19th. It'll be at Wallsend Diggers Club with Jace. Jace has organised that. So,
Perfect.
anyone who wants to come along is quite welcome to. I think he's pre-booked 20 tables, or 20 spots.
20 spots.
26, yeah. Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, Jace.
Yeah, I've definitely put myself down as a maybe for that one. Like, if I can make it, I'll be there. Brad, what were you just saying?
Oh, sorry, guys. I was just going to say, isn't it nice to finally get some summer weather?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, we're definitely going to get it this next week. It's going to be hot.
Oh, yeah.
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 I'll be in hibernation.
Curtains closed.
Hey,
Very much.
just like, you know how we were talking before about the about Fighter World down at Williamtown?
Yeah.
I saw on a post the other day that someone put up from there that we're only 3 jets short of our full complement. So the fourth last one arrived from Hawaii day before yesterday, I think it was, and the next 3 will arrive over the next few weeks, I think, to a month or two, and so then all of our complement of F-35s are in country, so that'll be pretty cool. We'll have a full operational force then. But just to go back onto that Fighter World thing, when Tofty was down here about a month ago, went and showed him, just sat at the end of the runway there at Williamtown, and he was just absolutely blown away with the jets and the noise of them, and how many were taking off and landing, and there's so many movements at that airport. If you're in the least bit interested in aeroplanes, make sure you give Williamtown a visit when you come down in September, because it's awesome. It really is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's not very far at all from Clarencetown. And anyone that's coming from the north, it's on your way.
It's half an hour, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real close.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. I can see we've got a lot of the regulars coming on, saying hello to everyone and saying hello to us.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Paulie Martin's got a question, Landy.
Yeah.
What do we
I'll
work
just-
out with the bucket hats?
I think it was still a possibility, but the issue that we had, and Wixie will confirm this, was just to do with inconsistency with the embroidery. It's not that we're definitely not going to do one, but it's something that's just maybe a bit more challenging, and it's something that maybe we can talk about in the next month or so. We've still got a while before we need to really confirm on the exact merch. Was that right, Wixie? It was the embroidery inconsistency?
Yeah, it's just a little bit
fine
inconsistent. The front of the hat is just borderline not big enough, with the gap having to be there to keep Tasmania in. So
Yeah.
we
can't
found
have
out of the 5 of them that we did, 2 of them were perfect and the other 3 weren't perfect. So
Yeah.
it's hard to sell a product that isn't spot on. So we may try again, but at the moment it's a maybe.
Yeah, it's something that we're still looking into, and I know that a few of us, a bit like everyone gets busy at the end of the year, and then coming into January, some people have a bit more time to look into a few things.
I just noticed there that the Grand Poobah of Diddley Donks from far north Queensland just mentioned that he reckoned his BT-50 could take out an F-35.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
There's that potential.
Will be arranged.
You wouldn't even know.
I'd like to see that insurance claim.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed someone else had a birthday. Was it Roz's mum? Just up in the comments there.
Yeah, Ros's mum
Terry
yesterday
mentioned
turned 92. Yeah,
22 yesterday.
happy birthday to you as well.
Birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Roz's mum.
Happy birthday, Roz's mum. Yep.
Happy birthday,
Awesome.
Roz's mum.
Very cool. Did Phil ever get back to say what he was going to cook for his mum? Or did that make him go quiet?
He's at the stove, mate. If you can't focus.
All right. All right, we're at about almost 15 minutes in. We've got about 40 people on, according to StreamYard, which is awesome. So we might get into our first prize giveaway. Now, most of the names there I'm recognising, but because we've seen other people do this before, and sometimes you want to make sure the prize is going to go to someone who is within the community. So if a name comes up that we don't know, that's when we are going to just clarify that who you are, sort of thing. And with the prizes as well, they are not going to be a prize that you get right now, because they're going to be merchandise. So what's going to happen is whoever wins, that we'll just put their name down against some merchandise, and then when the merchandise is done, your name's there ready to go when it's all ordered, because we're going to have to order it all in one go. Is there anything there that you wanted to add, maybe like what the merchandise is, Wixie?
Yeah, so basically it'll be a shirt of your choice, either a polo or a Pilbara shirt, whichever one you prefer, and probably get a sneaky couple of things in the parcel with it as well.
Awesome. All right, well, we might do our first one now. There's a fair chance I'm going to stuff this up because it's the first time doing it. We're using the same thing that I think Rob, the Wanderer, was the first to use it, and then Buck was using it, the StreamYard one. So if there's any issues, I just have to remember to share the screen at the end.
Collect comments too, mate. Buck's good at that one. Collect comments.
Yeah, collect. Actually, let's do that now. The first one's a really simple one. So it's just going to be hashtag how old Phil's mum just turned and Roz's mum turned yesterday. So that should be a very easy one. I've got it on collecting comments. So if you want to put hashtag, it's the numbers. It's not spelling it out with words. So I'll let that one go for a few minutes. Because I can see that we've got 43 on, and I've got 5 entries in already.
Couldn't resist, Buck. Sorry, mate.
Margie Island.
I've won plenty of shirts with that answer. Don't worry about that.
Did you spell it right, Mark?
Always, mate. Well, not always, but I've got it down pat. After 3 years, down pat.
So with the shirts, it's going to be either the Pilbara shirt, and we've got 2 colours for those, blue and purple. Or the other option will be the polo shirt, which we're still deciding between the one that Wixie's wearing and the one that the other 3 are wearing. The only really difference is just the white sort of checker pattern thing. Yeah. And just a reminder as well that it won't have 2025 like it does on those shirts. It'll just say camping with mates.
Oh, wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good shirts. I've run mine through the wash machine a few times, and they last pretty well. They're comfy as well.
Yeah, they are.
It's spelt wrong. All right, I'm up to 22 entries. We'll just give it another minute, and then we'll have a go at doing that one. And after that, we'll start doing just one person on a time. And then
Jamie Fulton likes a shirt with the white on it.
Yeah, well, that's the issue we're having is because we like both of them.
Yeah.
See, I like the one that Wixie's wearing without the white, but I do agree the white one looks good too.
Yeah.
So either way, they're both going to, like, whatever we end up with is going to be a good option. I've just got to turn the fan on, so if it gets too noisy, you're going to have to let me know, but I'm sweating like a you-know-what.
Jordan Glennon's got a question there for you, Landy.
All right. Washing machines in Tassie. Actually, we have the old-fashioned washing machines where we just have a stream. Well, actually, we're better than that. We've got the stream. Have you seen those stream washing machines where you just put the thing in as the water comes down, it swirls around in the basket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just don't want to be downstream from Lukey Reed's his washing. Got to get early in the morning.
Good to see you on, Debbie.
Yeah.
All right. I've got 23 entries, and I can see we've got 44 on, which is cool. At this stage, we're just going to do the 2 giveaways. We might do some more later on. Yeah. All right. I'll give it another 10, and then wait. I've got to share screen.
G'day, Ray. Get your entry in, mate, if you haven't done.
Present share screen.
Oh, Buck, you know he doesn't wear them, mate.
I was going to say, not from where I was standing, he didn't have any on.
All right. Looks like it's going to work.
Oh, this looks professional.
Yeah.
It does. I'm actually a bit nervous about it looking professional. All right, here we
Go
go.
wrong.
What? If it could go wrong, it's going to go wrong. Here we go. Draw time. Everyone's getting ready to say rigged.
Yep.
Boyd Langridge.
Hey.
And I know
Boyd.
Yeah, he's been in the comments not that long ago, because he only just found out not that long ago, and he's joined in, and I'm pretty sure he's booked in as well.
On your Boyd.
So Mark or Roach, you're going to write that one down. I think Paula's going to write it down as well.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you. And as I said, we're going to have at least one more as well. So just a reminder, when your name's written down now, so when we do the merch order, even if you don't order any, you'll have at least one there to go as well. All right. Stop sharing. Okay, awesome. We're now just going to, just because it's 5 of us, so we can each have a chat, I'm just going to put everyone in the sideline except for, I'll start with Wixie. Just quickly, can you hear my fan that's on?
No.
Not good because
No,
I can
mate.
hear it. I can hear it on my own. All right, so I'm just going to put everyone else in the side. They're going to be in the comments there anyway and watching along, and we're just going to have a chat with Wixie first, and then we're going to head on to Rochi after that. All right. All right, Wixie, the floor is yours. You've got some exciting things happening this week that you're very much looking forward to, that you're going to make a lot of people jealous about. What's going on?
Mate, I'm finishing, obviously, work this week early. So Friday I'll be heading off camping for the night, and then, down on to Port Macquarie for 3 weeks R&R. Yeah.
Oh, just cancelled you there. Getting it right. Yeah, so that's going over to Port, and you've got, is that family over that way?
Yeah, got stepdaughter and grandkids over there. So should be good.
Is this because you've got a couple grandkids over there? Did you say?
Yeah.
But how old's the youngest one?
He'd be 18 months old.
So you'll be able to start having a bit of an idea about Christmas, opening presents, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be good. The kids love it, so that's what it's all about.
And so you're over there for Christmas, did you say? Or are you coming back?
Yep. Yeah, no, over there for Christmas. I'll be there for 3 weeks. Yeah.
So what are you going to be doing for Christmas over there? Because most people probably do a Christmas at home or at somebody's place, but you'll actually be away for quite a while over the Christmas break.
Yeah, so Christmas morning we'll I hope, depending on what the weather does, but we might put up the Hexatarp down at the beach and just have some salads and a bit of meat and cook a little barbie and just hang out and watch the kids play.
Yeah, that'd be good, hey. I think it's one thing I know over the years that we always had more the formal traditional Christmas lunches and dinners and all that. And I know when I was young, would start off, you do your morning at home as a kid and have that, and then you go to one side of the family and then the other side, and they're big days, lots of food. And I think as time has gone on, I'm sort of starting to head towards more the simpler, lighter foods, and then doing outdoor things like you've just mentioned.
Yeah, just good to get everyone together, what you can, just and hopefully the sun comes out and we can just relax. Yeah,
it sounds good.
Paula's actually in the comments there. So P Mama, that's Paula, that's my partner.
Oh, okay. I was wondering who that was. Right. P Mama.
Yeah.
Yo, P Mama. Maybe while we're talking about it, if you guys have something that you do for Christmas, or if you're going somewhere special, or you have a certain tradition or a food that you do, whack it in the comments. I'm always curious to see how other families do it. Because like growing up inland, I having seafood for Christmas was never even a concept. It wasn't until much later in life I found out that people do that. It's the same as how we never had trifle either. So it wasn't until I was probably 20 I had trifle. So it's always interesting to see how other families do it and how some families just make their own traditions.
Yeah. It's good when there's kids around, I suppose. It makes it just that much more exciting watching them enjoy themselves and having a bit of leeway just to do whatever they like and rip all the presents open, seeing the excitement. That's probably what makes Christmas for me. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see there that Jace Muller, he's keen to put a lamb in the slow cooker, have some marinated chicken on the barbecue and a roast pork. Mix it up a bit, yeah. It's always
sounds
good to have
delicious.
A mix. It does. And Wixie, what was some of it? It's been a pretty big year. I think nearly every year is a big year, and especially after COVID, every year feels even bigger. What were some of the highlights for you for 2024?
Probably getting out and doing a bit of camping, trying to make time and push ourselves to get out more. And so we've Paul and I just the two of us went away there for quite a few days and did a bit of sort of like bushwalking along some gorges there near the Armidale area. That was really good. Down towards Ebor and sort of chasing a few waterfalls, and that was a really good few days. Cooked up a lot of nice feeds, and the weather was perfect. So that was a really good camp.
Was that your
trip.
first time as well, sort of going solo for driving with it wasn't hardcore for driving, but it was more than just, your normal for driving too.
Yeah, when we went down to Udale's hut, just the two of us, that was good. That was pretty hard. It was easy to get into. Obviously, everyone can drive down a steep hill with a hill descent control, and not a huge amount of skill in that. But coming back out with a reasonably heavy and, I suppose, top-heavy setup took a little bit of finessing, so it didn't end up back at the bottom. But, we managed to get out, and a couple of white knuckle moments there. Probably made us look at each other a couple of times, but wondering what we'd got into. But we made it out and got some nice photos. So, yeah, just getting out and enjoying the camping was probably the highlight. I obviously got together at Gresford with a bigger group of the people out of the community. That was a pretty cool time. We didn't have the best weather, but we all made it work and had a good time. And someone got some sneaky photos of me. Karen, thank you for that.
I can't remember whether we got the Sharpie out or not, or I know we attempted to.
I was just resting my eyes, as my dad would say.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty good. I enjoyed hearing about your trip there, and the photos you put up on Facebook on the Camp with Mates page there were good as well. I think it's a bit like a lot of things with the community. It's just getting out away from home, whether you're catching up with people or solo or some, just you and Paula with your partner. It's a bit different than just hanging out at home, isn't it? Like, it's a different experience, a different time, and you start to reflect and talk about things, and it can be quite good for the soul in that sense.
Yep, and then obviously the Legends event to sort of top it off with. We made a 2-week holiday out of that, so we got up there early and hung out for a full week. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was
we had
definitely
a good time at that.
We had a very good time at that. I think just before bringing Roachy, I think one of the things I really enjoyed about that, even though it's hard to just pick one, but something that I didn't get the opportunity to do so much at Hervey Bay, but you and I got a good opportunity, especially on that first night. I think it was the first night or the second night we were there. You and I went over quite late, a little bit intoxicated, and spent a bit of time with Buck, Gidgee, and Roz around the campfire, and that was good.
Yep.
It was good to get to know them in a small capacity like that. It was away from everyone, and I know a lot of people did that as well. They went over and saw them just like you went and saw other people. But yeah, that was. Yeah. I know that I was a bit hesitant. It's like, oh, do you go over? Do you don't want to bother them and everything? But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, and I think that sort of kicked it off for me with the 4 days or however long I was there for that camping event. Yeah, it was a good night. The
banter with Buck and Gidgee's next level. That's cool. It's just non-stop laugh, and the stories them two have got is just you could sit around the fire for hours with them two, and just the tit for tat was it was good value.
Yeah, and I think it was good to see Buck and Gidgee and Roz relaxed after Hervey Bay, because naturally at Hervey Bay they'll go, and it was not as many people knew each other, whereas this time they were really relaxed and they didn't have to. Yeah, they were busy with the cooking that night, or the day and night, but it was good to catch up with them to see them so relaxed as well.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
The drinks might have helped a bit. I've still got that good video. I won't. I'm not going to post it, but I've got it there of you in the bar doing the sneaky out the back window to a certain someone with a bit of encouragement from Jack Turtle.
Don't remember a thing. Didn't happen.
That's why I've got film footage of it. Oh, it's funny times. All right, we might bring Roachy in, and we'll see you again at the end, Wixie.
Righto. We'll catch
All
us
right,
a bit
thanks.
later. I'll just jump in the comments.
Hey, Roachy.
Hey, Landy, how you going, mate?
Good. Have you been keeping up with the comments? I'm not a great multitasker with that.
No, that's all right. Yeah, I've been commenting and keeping up with them. It's they're going pretty good.
Yeah, and I can
Everyone's
see that we've
talking to
got.
each other.
Yeah, that's the good thing. The chat just runs itself, really.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
And I think why it works so well is that most people know each other now, or
Yeah.
they know enough people and then they can talk. Because as soon as you put the face and the name together, it's very different to chatting online.
It is. Yeah.
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 So I'm going to start off with about Christmas time. What are you doing with your family?
Yeah. So Christmas this year, we're staying at home. My daughter lives away, about 7 hours away, but she can't make it for Christmas this year. She's coming a little bit later, so we'll have another sort of Christmas time then. So I work right up until Christmas. I'm working Christmas Eve day shift, and then get Christmas Day off, Boxing Day. So I'll go back to work for one more day after that, and then I'll be off for 5. So I'll get to spend family time then. So yeah, just family comes around home, and we have a big cook up, and ham and roast chicken and pork and whatever else we can throw on the Weber. Yeah, so we've got 3 Webers, so it's not that hard. But anyway,
What Webers do you have?
I've got a gas Weber, a little, just one of them little ones, and 2 charcoal Webers. Yeah, we quite like the charcoal Webers. They're good. Yeah.
Yep. Just quickly while we're talking about food, because there's something that I really like that Roachy does, and I don't think a lot of families do it anymore, but probably mainly because everyone is so busy, multiple people in the household working. But what's something that you have as a bit of a tradition throughout the year on a weekend with your family?
So we obviously, I work a couple of weekends in a row. So when I'm off, or even when I'm not home, Donna will cook up a roast. So every Sunday night, we'll have a roast. So we'll alternate between pork and lamb and, chicken and all that sort of stuff. I've got an Oz Pig fireplace as well. So I've got a rotisserie. So yeah, we cook up pork and chicken and all sorts of stuff on that. And I've got a smoker as well. So I cook up whatever. Anything from beef ribs to sticky chicken wings and stuff like that. So yeah,
I've got a question come through for you, Roachy. How do you go with crackle?
Well, a lot of the time, yes, good. And when I say it's not just me, it's Donna. She prepares it and salts it and all that sort of stuff. So no, she's getting really good at it. There are times where I don't get such a good crackle, but I think that's the cut of meat you buy too. Lately, we found that you can go to Coles or Woolies, and you can get the same cut of meat, same pork for 3 weeks, and it's fine. And then it's hit and miss. You go to the butcher, and it's usually pretty good. So we find that 9 times out of 10 the crackling's really good, and we really love the crackling too. So we fight over that. And our son's girlfriend loves pork and crackling, so we've got to fight her usually over it as well. So yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And 2024 has been a big year for you, and you've got a lot happening, especially in the last sort of month or two. Lots happening. You've also got a very exciting time coming into next year as well. I'll leave it up to you what you want to tell everyone, but what were some of the things that you really enjoyed about this year?
Yeah, okay. So for me, 2024 has been a bit of a rough year. My mother passed away in September. So yeah, we're still getting to grips with that. Other than that, we haven't really done that much. We've been camping with yourself and others, and going to the camping events that we've been to so far this year. We went in January out to Goulburn River National Park, and that was good. which you can tell us all about the lizards out there. Yeah. The goannas.
That's a good story, that one.
Yeah, that's a good story. It's a great story. So yeah, everyone, ask Quixie what about the goannas. I've got a video of it too, if anyone wants to see it.
We have to
But
definitely
yeah.
show that one. Oh, we'll wet ourselves laughing watching Wixie play guard dog.
With his tent pole.
Yeah,
Exactly.
his little lance. He was on edge. He was on edge.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's his dinosaurs. Yeah. So, highlights of the year, we're going camping, obviously. And in September, we went camping with the big group. And I met a lot of people there, and that was great. And I can't wait to do that again. And 2025, obviously, not many people probably know, but we're going Barrington Tops camping for with Inner Man Adventures in January. So there's a group of us going, and we're some people have met Wayne from Inner Man Adventures. I've only spoken to him on the phone, but he seems like a great bloke, and we've organised a bit of a camp out next year in January. Actually, the Australia Day long weekend. So we'll be doing that, and then after that, if I presume all will go well. But once that's out of the way, we'll actually look at doing other events the same down this way. So I rang Wayne probably 8 months ago and asked him if he had anything of what he does in Queensland down in New South Wales, and he said no, not at the moment. And this is one way that he can try and branch out in a way. Because he's only run it himself, it's a bit hard for him to get around, everywhere. So, I sort of went to him with the idea to sort of get a group going and do what, with what Inner Man Adventures does. With
How'd you come across him?
Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much it. Yeah, just Facebook. Yeah. So, I'm very passionate about men's mental health, really mental health in general. So not just men, but women as well. I really like to see what Wayne's doing in Queensland. I'd really love to see it happen down this way as well, because it's a thing that's needed, I reckon. So we need to, get the word out there and try and get more things like that happening. And I know for Wayne himself, it's very hard for him to, he does a lot in Queensland, but in New South Wales, there's not that avenue to go to. So see how this goes, and hopefully we can branch from that in a way. I myself, I'm not qualified in any, I'm not a counsellor or anything. So for me, we would like to try and branch out in New South Wales in a way. And just a service we need, I reckon. So that'd be good. And then obviously in September we've got our big camp out, which I can't wait for. I'm looking forward to that. Already pre-planning and working in the background for that. So 2025 at the moment is going to be a lot of camping, I think.
I think 2025 is going to be a really good year. 2024 had some highlights, but I think for both you and myself, we had a few things that we wish didn't happen. But looking to 2025, I think we're both going to. I think 2025 is looking up for both of us. Hey, we've got some pretty exciting things going on. Just quickly, with talking about mental health and Inner Man Adventures, that it's a bit hard to run things down here when he's from Queensland. But I think part of the reason that you, myself, and the boys, we go out camping is for that reason.
It is.
It's obviously mateship, but with that comes that safe space that we can chat about nothing's off limits really, is it? And we're all quite respectful. Like we've had a few big conversations, both out camping and also just catching up through video chat and messenger and that.
And look, I'm very passionate in it, and everyone in their lifetime has come across something that hasn't been very good in their life, and everyone needs that support and friendship and mateship and all that. So I'm really keen to, even if it's just getting out and camping more, like we did at Gresford and stuff like that. I'm happy for anyone and everyone to come along, and we don't have to talk about person's problems. We can just enjoy it and forget our problems for the weekend. it's just one of them things where, stuff's happened in your life in the past, and you want to help out. You want to, I don't know. For me, I want to help other people. So that's my main driving force in this. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of catching up with mates and going camping, that brings up someone else that's about to come on in a moment. Do you want to have just a quick chat about how we knew Mark from YouTube, Mark Lavelle, but how we actually came to meeting him and being, really good mates with him.
Yeah, so we've only known Mark for a short time personally, and obviously we chatted to him in the chat room on Mr. Buckarooni's live feeds and any other of the live feeds that anyone did, and we sort of obviously reached out to people to ask them if they wanted to come along camping, and Mark was one of them people. And I remember that weekend we went away camping, and there was myself, Wixie, Landy, and Mark, and we had a great time at the wash pools up near Scone. And that's when we first met Mark. But as soon as we met him, we knew, hold on, this bloke's part of our community. This bloke's going to be our best mate. And since that day, I actually speak like we all do. I speak to Mark at least once a day, if not twice a day, via message or text. But yeah, at least twice a week we speak on the phone, verbally. So it's one of them great friendships that's formed from all this. And I wasn't at, I went to Harvey Bay camping event, but I didn't go to the last one, the Legends for Charity. So for me, it was, I'm just getting to meet all these great people where you and Wixie have already met them and, had time with them and all that. Now, Mark's come along and it's our turn to meet everyone, if you know what I mean. It's which is great. And Mark's been great for all of us, not just myself, but I speak very highly of Mark. He's a great bloke. Yeah.
Well, we might bring him on, and
bring him on.
He can tell a bit about what's been happening as well. Thanks, Roachy. Thanks for sharing.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks.
We'll see you soon.
See you.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, wow, too kind, boys.
Yeah.
Anything else that good, eh?
Now you got to speak highly of us. You can't come in and talk crap about us.
Thanks for your kind words. No, that was lovely. Yeah. It's been a pleasure this year.
I just saw a comment here from Buck, and then another really good one I'll put up in a moment from Terry, and there's others commenting the same. How many good friendships have started from this community?
No, exactly.
That's us four and Brad as well. Yeah. There's no way we would have crossed paths if it wasn't for this community, which started way back with Tofty and then Buck and kept on continuing on with Gambara and other things as well. We really are like the best of mates. We're not just mates, we're the best of mates. Like we're calling each other all the time if someone's having a crap day or whatever, or checking in with each other. And I don't think we've had it since you came to the wash pools. I don't think we've had a day where there hasn't been probably like 1,000 messages on a group chat. Just
and
talking about anything.
From Wixie of his cooking, which is I love.
I'm there on my 2-minute noodles, and he's Chef Wixie.
It's a really good sounding board, and people will know that are in a group chat or a group of mates or friends that can bounce things off each other, bounce ideas off each other. I'm a people person. I'm in the game of dealing with people all the time. I'm from a big family, so it sort of comes naturally, but I enjoy interacting with people. As you'll probably tell from talking shit in the chat room by myself or with Buck or with WA Camping Adventures talking to myself at the time. That was pretty funny. But no, it's been an awesome year as far as that goes, mate. Because I must say, last year, like going back, Roachy's had a tough year this year. I lost my dad last year, about 12 months ago. So that was difficult. And Christmas wasn't the same last year, but started off this year in, when did we go to the wash pools? Was it March, April, around then? You boys made contact. May. Okay. Yeah, it was starting.
Maybe it was March. It was in autumn.
Yeah. So that was the first time I met you boys, apart from talking in the chat, and we haven't looked back. It's been awesome.
Yeah. And honestly, a bit like what Rochi was saying, you did just, from the get-go, slip straight in like we'd known each other for years. And it's been like that ever since, eh?
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I've felt the same. Like I've known you boys for years. It's probably that community spirit, that whole common interest thing that we talk about. There's a reason people watch Buck and Terry G and Landy Smurf. You know, there's a reason we all interact and get on so well. Yeah, thanks, Jack.
Oh, sorry.
I'm waiting for Terry to make me a caravan out of his 3D printer, and I'll be sweet.
I thought you might want to vote.
Nah, I got two of them.
So what are you going to be doing for Christmas? Because you're all down on the coast.
Down on the coast, yeah. The highlight will be my daughter coming up from Adelaide, which is always good. My wife's just jumping out of her skin. She got the Christmas tree about 3 weeks ago. She always gets a live tree, and she was first in the queue outside Anaconda at West Gosford there getting a tree. And we all miss our daughter, so she's coming home. I know the son's moved out, he's coming home. So, yeah, the four of us will get together. But I'm from a family of 9 and my wife's from 7. So it's always a big Christmas sort of going between the two families. So, yeah, plenty to do. And hopefully I'll get a chance to take the boat out a fair bit because I've got a – Digi inspired me, I've got to tell you, lashing out on the Raptor. And one day I just stuff it life short and I bought a new boat. So looking forward to that, mate.
Yeah. And what about your year? What was some of the highlights for you?
Well, obviously the start of the year with meeting you guys, then the Gresford trip, obviously. Had some highlights at work and family stuff as well, but I won't go right through that. So generally speaking, meeting people I've met in the chat, but meeting for the first time, like Jack Turtle, Bob and Kim Assa, Jamie and Karen, all these legends, Greggy Campbell, you know, Rob Richmond. So people I look up to and admire and watch their channels, and really looking forward to next year, either on smaller camps with the Hunter people or others, and especially the Camping with Mates event. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be really good. It's I guess for you, the Gresford was your first little taste of a community camp with people from lots of different walks of life and different areas as well. Yeah. And then it just
very entertaining.
It's a 10. Yeah. It's you can't even just pinpoint a single person. Hey, everyone just brings something to the group.
Oh, exactly.
Like Paulie Martin's a character. Everyone's cooking, bringing it in, you know, it was unreal. Everyone did something slightly different, but it's just like, I have never been so full. It was worse than Christmas time with leftovers for Boxing Day. There was just so much food, and I was just like, it's too good, must try.
I had these big plans. I was telling Wixie I had big plans to cook boerewors with this chakalaka in a tin. Buck will remember the chakalaka recipe. So I've got a mate of mine to buy it from down at St Ives in Sydney, St Ives or Lane Cove, somewhere in Sydney somewhere. I had 2 cans of it ready to go. Do you reckon I can find them on the day? No. So we had sriracha sauce, which went down all right.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I think one thing that was really good about that, and see, Wixie and I definitely knew, Rochi knew as well about the community, but I know that Wixie and I were feeling really excited and proud to be bringing these people that we got to really know well from the last camp out for you guys to meet them. And we were like, you are going to get a taste of this and it's going to be so good. Everyone is just so friendly and giving. And like everyone's willing to come in and share. It doesn't matter whether they have money or not or where they've come from. Everyone wanted to share. And that's unreal. You don't get that everywhere.
No.
And everyone was interested. After you.
Yeah, everyone was interested in coming up, saying hello. It's a little bit, I'm pretty outgoing. It was a little bit confronting, meeting people for the first time. I think you might think I'm a bit of a dickhead or whatever, especially in the comments section. I'm just trying to be funny.
I think you've got to have it. You've got to be a bit of a dickhead, really, to be part of the community.
Oh, exactly. Diddly donks are us. Yeah.
Mrs.
Yeah,
Ball's
thanks,
company
Rosie. Thanks
goes
for your
well.
support, mate.
Yeah.
Rosie's
That
having
was
a go
really
on my
good.
lack of skill or technology tonight. Yeah, good on you. No, it's been an eventful year. Some ups and downs, but no, it's been great, mate. On a whole, better year than last year for me personally, anyway.
Yeah, well, that's good, and I think things are only going to get better as well. We've got a lot of things to look forward to for 2025, and
Exactly.
you've got your daughter coming up, so that's something else to look forward to in a couple of weeks.
Love getting the kids back together. We're pretty tight, so that'll be good.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
I'm looking forward to catching a massive fish in my either a Gidgee shirt or a Terry G shirt and just posting it up on the page. I've just got to catch one buck.
Yeah.
It's coming, mate. I didn't go to Queensland this year fishing, so I'll have to wait.
Yeah, nice. Are you going to go out fishing around Christmas?
Yeah, for sure, mate. Yeah. Down the Hawkesbury River.
Were you out with your brother the other day fishing, or were you just out on the boat?
Yeah, little bro's a keen fisherman. He's mad keen. He's into everything offshore, trout, impoundments, everything like that. So he had to check out my new boat, and the first thing he did was stood on the back deck throwing lures and banging around. So that was good. But no, they usually put a fat off Terrigal, which is Bill Taylor knows what I'm talking about. So I'll fish a tracking device offshore, many Ks out, and I might venture out there once I get my E-Perb and see if I can catch something.
Yeah,
maybe a marlin that'll tow me across to Auckland or Tassie, maybe.
I've already got my ticket booked. I was hoping to be going on the new 2.0 Spirit of Tasmania, but doesn't look like that's going to happen just yet.
Well, I've got you booked on my boat, mate. I've got the big 30 plus pack, 60 plus, the big bulk 2 litre squeeze pack for you.
Yeah, I just needed one of those spray tan booths to go in with sunscreen.
Maybe a wetsuit or a Kathy Freeman suit. Go, put zinc all over your face.
And even then, we'll still have to do it the trip at night time.
Oh, it's got a night time for sure.
If you don't have lights on the boat, you just need me. I light the whole thing up. if you need a full moon, I'm your man.
Yeah, that's it. I look forward to it.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, we might bring in Brad, and then after Brad, we're going to all come back in together. And I did see before that we did just tick over. I think we're on 47 at the moment, but we ticked over to 52 people on before, and we said in the chat that if we get over 50, we're going to do a third giveaway, so we'll do 2 at the end.
You beauty.
All right, thanks, Mark, and we'll see you again shortly.
Thanks, Landy. See you, mate.
Hello. Here's trouble.
Hello, Captain. Captain
Oh. Yeah, like I needed your encouragement at the camp for that. I had 2 bottles of Captain Morgan, and then I got through them. Oh no, sorry. I had a bottle and a half. I had a bottle and a half of Captain Morgan at the camp out, and I just got through them, and I went into town. I went and bought another bottle, and when I got back, there was a bottle sitting on I think it was sitting like on my table, something at my campsite, and I was like, wait a second, I didn't sit that bottle there. I went and actually, I think I looked at it for a bit. I'm like, oh, I don't remember sitting there, but all right, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and unpacking things. And then I looked in the car. I'm like, no, there's the bottle I just bought. There's one over there. So I went over and there's this little note. Can't remember what it said. I think it just said thanks, Landy, or something. There was something on there.
Thanks.
My
Landy.
my memory probably would have been so great from that. I was running a very high octane. Anyway. And I was like, geez, that's just the encouragement I needed, because my problem is I have to go and buy 6-packs, because if I buy a carton, I drink a carton. And that was the same, like, oh, now I've got to drink it. It's there. It'd be wrong not to. The liver was hating you big time. But no, it was very, very good. Yeah. All right, Brad. What are you doing for Christmas?
Well, yeah, basically family, mate. Since the boys have grown up and they've 2 of the 3 have, one's got a wife, the other one's got a fiance, and so it's not just about getting the Howells all together anymore. It's about the Howells and the Murrays and the Mounces and everybody else, and you've got to sort of be accommodating to that, because Christmas has got to be divided now between two families, and then you've got to try and tie in all the others as well. So if one can make it to dinner, the other one might not be able to make it to dinner, can make it to lunch. So I don't know. I don't know. I still think we're waiting for one of them to get back to us regarding what we're doing. But if it means that we do it in a couple of days after, that's perfectly fine too. We'll celebrate Christmas that way. So, but it's always hard when you've got multiple families that you've got to be cognizant of. You've got to be aware.
But you've got 3 generations and extended families and in-laws. So yeah, it doesn't really matter whether it's Christmas Day or not, as long as it's around Christmas time and you're getting together.
Oh, absolutely. And all the boys are close anyway. I mean, we're all within 10 Ks of each other now. So, Sunday night dinner here is a normal thing that we do. So Christmas, I guess, is just another Sunday night for us, pretty much, even though it's not on a Sunday. I don't think it's on a Sunday. It's just another Sunday night for us, pretty much. Yeah.
And you've had a pretty big year this year, without going for an hour, which you could easily go because you've done heaps.
Hey, they don't call me rabbit hole for nothing.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason I left you till last. What were some of maybe the big things that you did, and maybe some of the highlights within the community as well?
Oh, mate, I don't think in any particular order. Our trip to Europe, the first trip to Europe, was really good. That had a lot of fun with that. That was awesome. Cruised out of London and ended up in Iceland. So that was really good. Came back, we're only home about 2 weeks, and we went north in the van up to Airlie, and then eventually went back down on the same trip, to Goombra in August for the 9th, 10th and 11th there. So the Legends camping event. So that was good too. That was great. Getting to catch up with everyone there. That was special. I cannot believe that we're at the end of the year already. And when I look back, I can't even remember half the stuff that I've done. I remember a mate of mine, he's a retired school teacher. And actually he was from up your way, when he taught up there. And anyway, he said to me once, he said, I asked him how retirement was going. This is a few years ago now. And he said, oh, it's really good. He said, I don't know actually where I found time to go to work. And I always used to think he was yanking my chain. And I said, oh yeah, sure. He's gone, no, fair dinkum. He said, you just fill your day in. And I couldn't agree more. We've been out now for a bit over 2 years, and I totally agree. Like I've got to stop and think sometimes, what day is it today? Because you just lose track. You're just not even thinking about it. So you always got something on the go and doing something. Yeah,
that's good. Something I've got to look forward to in a long time. But
yes,
do you
mate.
Do you find that life slow? People that say, oh, you slow down in retirement. Do you think you slow down, or just you're still going just as quick but doing different things?
Yeah, I think the second one, mate. I think I still think there's what you fill those gaps with something else. If it's not work, stop it, Mark.
He's a sick man.
Taking the plug out of the sink. No, I haven't. No, I think you just fill it with different activities. There's the time is obviously the same, but where you used to go to work every day, well, now you do something else. As most of you know, I retired from fire rescue back in 2022, and in January, and then I said to Mary last year, would you mind if I join the local RFS? Because it's only literally just up the road and down a little bit from us. It takes me about 3 minutes to get there. And she said, no, she said, I knew you weren't done. So I did that, and I went through the BF course there, which was really good. And they're a great bunch of people. You know, I still cannot believe that there are people in our community that are prepared to get out there and do that sort of stuff for nothing. You know, and when I say that, I'm not including myself in that. I'm actually saying it as an onlooker from the community's perspective. You know, and they've been doing it a lot longer than what I have. You know, I did it. My position with Fire Rescue was paid, but you know, those guys out there flogging their guts out, you know, on those really hot summer days for days and days and days on end, that they're not with their families and they're not with their, you know, not earning a dollar. You know,
I think this summer could be interesting, Brad, because I know out here the creeks are just starting to stop running. We've got a very hot week coming up, so I know that they will stop running. But because we've had quite a wet year as well, the grass or the feed is off the charts. It's just everywhere growing crazy. But it doesn't take long, as you would know, and a lot of people in the chat would know, it doesn't take long for that to dry out, and then it's just fuel.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And with a lot of rain, with a lot of good rain, we get a lot of growth, and then that growth, you know, starts to dry out, and then it becomes an absolute nightmare, you know. And grass fires in wind will run, especially uphill, will run so fast you won't outrun them.
Yeah,
I defy anyone to outrun them.
And I know this year, because we always do a bit of back burning here, or burning off, and it was actually too wet to burn off properly. So it's, you know, it could be a very tricky year. We had a fire meeting at the local fire shed not long ago, talking about it, making sure everyone's got their plans ready. Start talking to your neighbours. What's their plan? Know their plan as well. Who's got a pump? Who's got, you know, some sort of water storage that could be used. So just finding out all that, just to get ready, preparation.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And you know, watching social media, because that's big now, where you'll get up-to-date live updates. Actually, just yesterday, the RFS turned on a system. It's basically MDT, so mobile data terminals in all the trucks. They're basically a Panasonic Toughbook that have got all the incident information on them, so you can see where other trucks are. You can see who's been assigned to the job. You can put messages, type messages, and automatically send that over the mobile phone network. So we had those within Fire Rescue for a few years, actually quite a few years, probably 10 years before I retired. But the RFS have got them now, and I think that's a really good tool, because that'll update the operational command centers then in a real time.
Yeah.
They think they're looking at Starlink now too.
Yeah. Speaking of technology, do you know about, I think it's called 3 words.
Yeah. What 3 words?
Yeah. What 3 words? That's it. So for those people that don't know about what 3 words, it's called what 3 words, is that all across the world is it's someone's mapped it out into a grid, and each grid is 3 meters by 3 meters. And if I say something incorrect, let me know. And each 3 meters by 3 meters has 3 words. That's a code. So if you were to say, it might be like paper, light, torch, or something. I know it's very creative. And those 3 words will only identify that 3 meter by 3 meter spot. So if you're in an emergency, you can just say, those are 3 words, which is an app that runs offline as well, I believe. And that way, it's a quick way that they can get you exactly where you are within a 3 meter by 3 meter. So that would work for bushwalking, hiking, anything like that that's an emergency, rather than just trying to read your coordinates with your longitude, latitude. So that's something to look into, because there are other apps there, but some apps only work on Android and some on iOS. So that's one that I've found that's quite good to use. It's always interesting to see what 3 words you might be sitting in, or what's at your house.
So if you don't have it, a really good app to run is Emergency Plus. So it's available across all platforms, and it will give you the what 3 words. So where I am right now, there's the what 3 words in the bottom there. Right, that's my
Undid
home.
cherry stock. Yeah.
Right, and I think it might be a 1 square meter area. But don't quote me on that.
Okay. Yeah.
I could be wrong too. However, but it also gives you a lat long as well. But it will also then, if there's a map of the area, it'll also geolocate you from your phone's ping as well, like from your phone's data. I called 000 police when we were on our way up to Queensland about a year ago, and there were a couple of German Shepherds loose on the highway, and Mary freaked out because she's an animal lover, and I love animals too, and I certainly don't like to see them get hurt. But they were running on the M1 north of Taree, I think it was, and anyway, I said to the guy, "Do you want what 3 words?" Because I wanted police there to try and control traffic so that these dogs could be handled safely, because no one needs anybody on the side of the road trying to wave them down at 110 k's an hour. That's really dangerous. So anyway, I tried to give him what 3 words, and he said, "Oh no, mate, I'd rather a geographic location. Whereabouts are you?" So when I fired up the app, it told me exactly where I was, because I didn't know where I was. But I gave him my nearest crossroad, and he was happy with that. But I think what it does too, it gets down to a point where everyone pronounces things differently and spells things differently. And if you don't get the spelling right, it may not be 100%, but it's certainly a good feature to have. That's for sure.
Yeah. The other thing I found with the that app as well, because you can use it as mapping, it actually, like for where I am, it shows roads more than other apps would. It even actually shows as a road or a trail, just our tracks in the paddock, some of them. Like there's main ones that we use, it actually shows that on a map, not a satellite map like your other, I can't remember what it's called, but more like your typical map. It actually shows those, doesn't name them, but it shows them as a road, where I haven't found another app that does that. We might move on, Brad, because we've gone over an hour already, and we still need to have 2 more prize giveaways, because we had over 50 join on for a while there. So we're going to do 2 prize giveaways, and we'll bring the other boys in. Wixie's, I'm not sure what Wixie's doing. Oh, he's coming back. So we'll bring everyone back on. Have a bit of a think about what our next hashtag will be. And just quickly, if you know the name of that app, because I can't, I'm on my phone at the moment, or someone else knows the name, can you just put it in the comments?
Yeah, it's called Emergency Plus.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Surprise.
Great to be back here.
Yeah.
How good is it that we got over 50?
That's
one of our
awesome.
biggest
That's
turnouts
awesome.
yet. Yeah,
That's
so
good.
we're going to do an extra giveaway. So we're going to do one now, and then we'll go a few more minutes, and then we'll do another one. What should we hashtag? Any ideas?
It's got to be easy to spell. Christmas, yeah.
Yes, we know. It's even easier now that people have had a few.
Yeah.
Hashtag mates.
Hashtag mates.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, I've started collecting. So hashtag mates. And thank you all for staying on. We know that everyone's busy at this time of the year and midweek, and we do really appreciate people coming on. And I might just have a quick chat while the comments are coming through and the entries. One thing I'd like to say is to the whole community, and especially the guys on screen now, that a lot of you would know that, and these guys know more than others, I've had a pretty rough year. And without a doubt, these guys here on screen now are the ones that have been getting me through. And there's been a lot of times that I've gone to them for a bit of wisdom, which they've definitely helped out. And I was a bit hesitant at first asking some of the questions, because I'm still learning about talking to mates as well, especially like as in guys. And as soon as I asked, I didn't feel awkward at all, because they just gave me honest advice. And they've each in their own right have added something and really helped me out this year. And I know that especially the first half of the year was really rough for me, one of my worst years. But now, as time's gone on, and especially these last couple of months, even though it's still busy and hard at times and stressful, but these guys have got me to that point where now I've got some really exciting things happening personally, and also really keen to be doing this camp out next year. I know that when we floated the idea, we were a bit hesitant. There's a few different reasons that we sort of decided to do it. The main thing is just keeping the community together, and we didn't want to wait 2 years, and we want to catch up again. And ever since we made that decision, and we had a conversation with Buck as well about it, a few others, we haven't looked back, and it's been very well received, and we're really happy. And it's actually not just about the camp out next year in September. That's actually the small part of it. The big part's just getting together as mates whenever, whether it's chatting online tonight, on Facebook, sharing photos of your campouts, your camping gear, you know, some of the things you've been cooking up, getting together like at Gresford. You know, a few people did the trivia, and it's like every few weeks now there's some people within the community getting together, whether it's camping or not camping related. It comes back to this community. So I think we're all much richer for it.
Yep.
Just on the entries, Landy, sorry. Has it got to be lowercase, mate?
Yes, sorry, good
Yeah.
question. Yes, lowercase, mate.
So Ray Muller, sorry, mate. I think try again with the lowercase, mate, and you'll go on the draw. That's anyone I picked up so far. Gary Neal, another one, just lowercase, mate.
Yeah, I'll give it another 45 seconds, and then we'll draw it. And we've got another one that we'll do in a few minutes yet.
Buck's made a comment about Land Rover owners. That's not very nice.
Yeah, I ignored that one.
Yeah. Security.
Yeah. Someone, where's the moderator? Get rid of him.
Where's the voice now?
Iggy, somebody. Call us.
And I'm going to ask you all a question. I'll ask it now so you can start thinking about it. What was so don't tell me yet, but have a think about what was maybe one of your favourite Mr. Buckaroony video clips or moments, whether it was a live feed or an actual video that he's uploaded. I know I've got a couple in mind, but I know there's one. I've got one in mind that I will share at the end. I've never laughed so hard in my life. I actually was crying. All right.
Did it involve somebody else?
It did. And the comments that was going on in the chat, one of the ones that Brad said, we'll share it in a moment. It was hilarious. I was absolutely wetting myself. Oh, gosh. I was actually struggling to breathe. All right.
Was it a relation of yours from Tasmania?
Hello, Robin.
Oh, no, that was a good one too, though. All right, we might draw this one. Oh, share screen. Squirrel.
Did you collect entries? Collect comments?
I did. It's
We learn
easy
from
to
our
forget to
mistakes,
do that. All right, here we go. 25 in. If it comes up as the same person, which it shouldn't, we'll redraw. Oh, Craig from Anthony Craig. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
On you, Craig.
Congratulations, Craig. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
So we'll put your name down there for one of the shirts for next year as well.
Yep.
I'll go stop sharing that. So yeah, well done. You'll like one of those shirts. Have a think about. You got a little bit of time to think about what one you might want. And I know that Craig's coming to the camp out next year, which is awesome. So he'll be able to wear that there as well. We might go with Brad first up. What was one of your favourite clips or live feed or moments from one of those from Mr. Buckaroony, Brad?
Oh, mate, I don't think I have any that are favourites. I think they're all favourites. I think it's always a hoot, especially watching Gidge when he comes on, and he's had just a couple, and just staring blankly at the screen and not saying
There's a comment you made on that, and it was like something like, "Can we get a check on Gidgy or something?" It was almost like a price check aisle 3 type comment. There's something you said. I have to go back and watch it again. It was like,
Gidgy, why are so many people so unkind? It's
oh, I have never laughed so hard than that live feed. Even anything, it was just constant. It was that funny that as soon as it ended, we rung each other just to have a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
I remember Buck stood up and Gidgy stood up and Buck goes, "You're a bit uneasy on your feet there, mate. You got a sore back."
I like
And
the
just as the
banter between the two of them. It's
Yeah.
hilarious, and it's typical older brother and little brother, because I'm the older
Yep.
brother and my brother's a little brother, and we have this almost the same sort of relationship. We just call each other dickhead, and typically I call my brother Bozo, and he's we get along like a house on fire, but we just rip each other off all the time. So I can completely understand that relationship. I really can. I can
I love though how as the night went on, like it started. I think Gidgy already had a few before he started, but as the night went on, it was going downhill. And Buck's there. I don't think Buck had many that night, but you could just see Buck every now and then looking at him and go, far out.
It's never the 25 beers that makes you crook. It's always the one bad prawn.
Yeah.
Had a dodgy prawn.
Yeah.
All I could think of was those poor alpacas. I hope there wasn't a zoo near Gidgy that night. We know why they put the thing across from the camp out this year up for sale. Someone was tampering with them. Oh, Buck just said here, what about Gidgy and Newey Joe's son? I think Luke from memory singing at the Legends camp. Gidgy was in the alpaca. Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh, we might go over to Rochi, and then I'll go Mark, and then Wixie.
Yeah, so I'm the same as Brad in a way. I don't really have a favourite. They're all good. They're all great. And yeah, I've enjoyed watching every single one of them, whether it's a video or live feed. I really enjoyed the 12-hour marathon live feed. It was good. Got to see a lot of people. But I knew in the background in the community from talking to them on the chat, but never put a face to the name, and now I have. So yeah, that was good. And look, all these cook-ups are a classic. I love these cook-ups. So and I started watching Mr. Buckaroo pretty much for his cook-ups, because I googled Ozpig, and that's what came up first was Mr. Buckaroo. So yeah, I started watching from there. And hey, Buck, if you still got your Ozpig, I'd love to see some more cook-ups on it, because yeah, it's a great bit of kit. And I know you got 3,000 bits of cooking appliances, but the Ozpig for me is the one. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
awesome. Mark, what about you?
Before I go into mine, I love the fact that Buck says he's never going to do anything again, then he does it.
Yeah.
And someone in the comments here, someone mentioned it here actually. They said, I love the way he contradicts himself. It's a classic.
Yeah.
All-time favourite before he cracked the shits and took the channel down was my wife's South African. So him and Gidgy did the South African Boerewors and Chakalaka cook-up in Townsville. I think at your mum's place, Buck and Gidgy. It was 42 degrees and 138% humidity. It was classic. I really enjoyed it, and I wish someone would find it. But they're all good.
Yeah.
And I particularly like the way the Stuka dive bomber comes out. Someone fires up their lawnmower every time. Every
I'm
time.
starting to think he waits for them.
Yeah, he goes, hey, right, cute. Ready, Ross? Go.
Yeah. What about you?
It used to be the lawnmower, remember? It used to be the lawnmower. Next door neighbour's lawnmower.
Just go highlight Buck's comment. Sorry, not Buck's comment. Newey Joe's comment there, Landy, if you can. That's a classic.
Yeah.
That is a dead classic.
Not again, Rogers.
And then the 7th day Venice comes to the door.
That was one of the best, I reckon. I was wet myself where I was hiding from them, and they threw. Was it Roz's son?
Jamil had to go to the door.
Yeah, he's like,
that
"Well,
is Jamil.
tag, you're it." And Roz is out the back. Oh, Wixie, what about you?
Yeah, it's probably pretty hard to put your finger on one of them. The ones with Lukey from Tassie up there was pretty funny.
Yeah.
We got fire, baby.
We got fired. Don't go off too soon, Lukey.
Yeah, not yet, Lukey. Oh.
Not yet, Lukey. That's his adopted family up there in far north Queensland. That was pretty cool. And just the same. I really enjoy all Bucks videos, but a bit of a fan of the old cooking myself. So anytime
he does good cook-ups.
Cook up, it's usually straight to the top, and when you got a spare minute, she's the first one you get through. So yeah, he's did a really good job of the tacos the other night. So
yeah, they were good.
Chasing Molly.
I love how I think, I'm not sure it was on a live feed or anyway, and maybe it was the camp out. Buck said, "Oh, who's your favourite YouTuber?" And without any hesitation, Molly. I've got a few. Like everyone, like them all. Cook-ups are always good, but I like that live feed I was talking about at the start, and with Brad and everything, and Gigi. That I've never laughed so hard. I agree. The one with Lukey on the beach, that was hilarious. But there was one that Buck did with Luke in the shed. It might have been on diesel heater, not diesel heater, the gas heater thing he had. And anyway, I think Buck did a little outtake or something at the end, which he rarely does. Anyway, and they're practicing, they're sitting down in front of the camera, and he comes right next to Buck, and Buck's just like, "You're right, Luke. Do you want to sit in my lap?"
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, so funny. The one video, one of my favourites, because it's a cook-up one, and I don't think it's on there anymore. I think it was on the old channel. Was the one that it was the Torres Strait Islander cook-up they did with the banana leaves. I think it was banana leaves. I might get some of this wrong. I can't remember the name of it. I know that Buck will put it in the comments there, but the name of that cook-up where it's like you're steaming them. I think
it's not a honey.
It's
not a honey. It's a
Cup Murray.
Cup Murray.
Cup Murray.
Yeah, that one I don't know if it's on there anymore, but that's one I used to watch a lot. And I'd like to see. Awesome. Yeah, I know it's a big thing to do, but if you could ever do that again, that would be unreal to do. That would be something I'd love to have a taste of that, and actually just to sit there and watch the whole thing happen. Fascinating.
Yeah. Sorry, Landy. Anyone remember the subby scones where Roz sabotaged the flour?
Plain flour with the self-raising and let him go.
Pancakes. Oh, I was wondering what was going on. They weren't rising.
Yeah.
Gold.
And the snake in the shed. The snake's in the shed. I love that. Yeah.
27,000 views. That's good.
Yeah.
He needs to do another snake in the shed one.
He does.
They're in there all the time by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Wixie might know the birria taco broth, mate. Can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Buck can put a comment up.
I'll have to send you some down, mate.
Yeah,
I got a couple of things.
$15 to purchase and $27 delivery.
Yeah, I get it at the local markets. A bloke pulls up and sells beef jerky. He's got the whole range of it.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to finish at 9 o'clock, so we've only got 5 minutes left, and we'll do another our last giveaway. And we'll let that run. We'll let it run for a couple of minutes while we're having a bit of a chat. We might just go hashtag Buck, I reckon, since we're talking about it. Capital B, since it's a name. All right, and I'll put that in the comments too.
David 200's got a funny comment there about one of Buck's clips.
This one here. I like the one where he was using his axe to cut a log and lost yes, I remember that one. And lost the head of the axe and his statement made about sweating like something at a Wiggles.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage, Rachi?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Rugby Jakes are us.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think everyone's putting capitals in there, which is good.
It's all lower. Is it
And then I think
capital?
he
Yeah.
went back to try and retrieve the head of his axe, and some bastard's stolen it.
Yeah. I think
I'm
what I
incredibly
like about the
Diddly Dog.
yeah, I was waiting for those comments to come through. I think what I like about the cook-ups, I like watching YouTube cook-ups from a lot of different people, but the main reason I get drawn to Bucks, even though they go for a lot longer than probably what they need to, but is because he tells a story as he goes. Sometimes I don't even.
Yeah.
It might be cooking something that I'm not necessarily that interested in, but it's just the story that goes with it. Or he'll be starting to talk about different things, and like that's why I watch a lot of Buck stuff. And I actually watch a lot of his or rewatch them as podcasts. I just put YouTube on. I'm not watching it while I'm driving, but I just use it as a podcast. Especially if I've seen it once, I know what he's doing or where he's cooking, but it's just listening to the story. One of my favourites is when Rafa farts. Oh, he just cracked one off. Love it.
We're going to have to open the window here, fellas.
Yeah, just open the window. Oh, there's so many sayings.
What I want to know
Members
is,
here.
is there
Well,
going
this is-
to be a sequel to the Generator series? Is there going to be another Generator series?
Well, surely it's got to be due for a 12-month
Surely, yeah.
review service.
Or a service, yeah.
All changed
Well,
to in
there's a new-
January.
There's a new compressor in the family, so stand by.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did see that.
I watched that today.
Yeah, let's see how long it takes to pump up a tyre or something. Yeah, he's saying the first oil change is due soon.
Due soon.
That's it.
Yeah,
So I've got
I think
a lot
Blackers is
already,
right. Always blaming Rafa, but it's probably him just letting a sneaky one off.
Oh, the Wonder Oz is on.
Yeah, nice.
Hey,
Thanks for
Rob.
joining in.
Yeah, g'day, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
There you go,
He's
Rob.
been a bit busy man of late. He's got a Christmas live feed coming up too, I think so.
Yeah, Sunday.
Night.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
be
awesome.
great. That'd be good. Can't wait.
Yeah. Anyone see Fuller say push 6 to 15 times and he did 27 pushes on his last clip?
I counted them as well.
Yeah.
I'll get it 28.
Terry G did a similar one. I think he was doing it, could have been a damp or something. He's like, you got to mix it 9 times. It's like, no more, no less. Counts, and he ends up doing 10 mixes or something.
Can I change my favourite clip?
Yeah.
2 caps only when you're mixing cocktails. When you're mixing drinks, 2 caps only, but he's pouring it into the cap.
Yeah.
It's overflowing. My father taught me 2 caps only. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was the Matruziana in the
Yes.
something like that. Yeah. Matruziana. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Help me, Phil.
All right, we'll go another 30 seconds and then we'll draw our last one. Grade 3 was the best 4 years of Fuller's primary school career. I like that you call it a career as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just quickly while we're just letting a few more entries come in. Big thanks for everyone again for joining in and supporting us this year. We won't be doing any more live feeds this year, not until next year, which we'll talk about next year. But yeah, thanks. We're very humble and very appreciative of all the comments of support that we have received, and we actually feel very proud and fortunate to be doing what we are doing. And all we're really doing is just continuing what is already such a great thing, because we're all very passionate, just like everyone in the chat there and on the Facebook page. And, we're all very passionate about this community, and we're going to make sure that it keeps on going. And it's only growing, and as people are becoming more confident and knowing about it as well. And we just keep attracting more and more like-minded people from all the way across Australia and also across the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally agree.
I've got, I'm going to share screen and we'll do this last one. I've got 28 entries. Thanks for everyone for taking the time to put that in. Here we go. Yeah, thanks, Paulie. You're joking. It's the Messiah.
That's
It's the
that's
Messiah
Rick for
himself.
Greg.
He's not the winner. He's a naughty boy.
A very naughty boy.
Oh,
Very good.
oh. Man, fuck this offering. Everyone's very, very disapproving of that one. Lee.
Draw.
Really,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Well done, Bobby.
Bobby was one of the ones too that helped us with choosing the shirt for for the camp.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so well done. Yeah, Nikki, I thought it was going to land on you too, and there's that last little tick at the end. So well done to
Well
those
done,
three
Bobby.
people who did win, and your names are going on the list. So then, if you do an order, we'll probably approach you as well and say, look, we know that your name's down. Here are the options. What would you like? And we'll either add it to your order, or if that's all if you don't want to order anything, you'll still get one anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Really good turnout tonight. Had lots of people on. I'd like to also thank these guys and also their partners for their help so far, and I know that's going to keep on going. And some of them there in the comments, some are in the background, and some have jumped on at different times throughout the year on some of the live feeds. But thank you very much. I feel really appreciative to be doing what we're doing with you guys and all your support. That a lot of people won't see a lot of the support that you guys give me and that we give each other. And that's not just about the camp out next year either. Half the time we talk about the camp out, half the time, well, actually probably about 10% we talk about the camp out, 90% just talking about other things, life in general. So,
Yeah. Cheers, Andy.
thank you. And I just quickly want to say, because I know there's some people that missed out on Gresford, there's lots of other things happening. I just saw Newey Joe's name come up, and also Greggy Campbell. We are going to do a boys trip next year as well. We're going to do trips where most people can come, but it's also really important that we every now and then we do a boys trip, and there's nothing stopping the girls doing their thing as well. So I know that Greggy Campbell's keen for that, and Newey Joe and Luke will want to probably come along at some point. So we just have to wait until the weather is a bit more friendly and for camping, so we can, because it's good to have a campfire. It just adds that extra element of sitting around, and so we'll be doing a few before then. But when the campfire season hits, we'll be doing a few more again. All right. Any final words, Brad?
To all of you and yours, from me and mine, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thanks, Brad. What about you, Rochi?
Yeah, I'm the same. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. And let's get together next year and spend some more time together and create some more memories. It's such a great community, and I just can't wait to get together with like-minded people again. And let's make 2025 the best year ever. Hey.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mark.
Yeah, just like to thank everyone for their support, joining in tonight and all the other live feeds and interacting on the Facebook page and talking to us all and being so supportive, and for turning up to events. And hopefully next year I'll get to meet you all. So Merry Christmas. Have a great one with your family and friends, and looking forward to 2025.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Wixie?
Yeah, just the same as the rest of the fellas. Merry Christmas for everyone. Hope you have a safe Christmas, first of all, and a happy Christmas for everyone. And just, thanks for the support for the Camping with Mates, and can't wait to get there in September and kick it off.
Awesome. And just to wrap up, same as what these guys said, have a good Christmas. I know a lot of people will be catching up with family and friends, and unfortunately some people will have to either work or maybe their family is a bit far away, so they might be having a quieter Christmas. If you're doing something like a really cool cook-up, throw some photos or videos or something up on the Facebook page, because I know that I love seeing what other people are up to, and I know that a lot of people like that. So feel free, if you're doing something, even if it's some really good cook-up, or maybe you've got some really cool camping gear or something for Christmas, throw it up there, and it'd be great to see. But thanks everyone. Thanks for being part of this great community and making this continue on bigger and stronger. Bring on 2025, as Roachy said.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everyone, and night all.
Thanks,
No,
everyone.
Stay safe.
Thank you. See you all.
See you.
Not everyone.
See you next year.
Bye.